a grey dawn on a remote Bengali beach. A half-drowned man staggers from the sea. His ship has been sunk and his father murdered by Singh pirates. On the skull of his father he swears to devote his life to the ceaseless fight against crime and injustice.
Alias Mr. Walker, married to Diana Palmer, friend of the big me vendor.
It is 400 years ago. He is the first Phantom.
Legends say he the nemesis of evildoers. Mark of the phantom skull on evildoers. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here comes the phantom. Alias Mr. Walker. Married to Diana Palmer. Friend of the big me vendor. He's 1, 2, 3, 400 years old. 1, 2, 3, 400 years old. Phantom.
Man who cannot die.
A bit of history. For those who came in late, as they say, the Phantom was created in You hear me okay? Yep. Created in 1936. He was the world's first costume hero, so he predates Superman by a couple of years. But the big difference being that the Phantom was originally seen in a newspaper strip, whereas Superman first appeared in a comic book. What the newspapers did back then, as they discovered that comics were becoming popular, they used to gather them all together and flip them into half tabloid-sized collections and give them out as promotional pieces. And that's how comics were born. But it became immensely popular. No one could quite figure out how. I think one of the reasons is that it's a very simple comic, very easy to read, and that's due to the fact that every day you're seeing 2 or 3 panels in a newspaper, and you've got to tell a lot of story, and you've got to remind them the next day what has happened before. So the dialogue became very truncated and very staccato, and that made it not only easy to read, but also easy to translate into other languages. So when it went to other countries around the world, there was no loss in translation. That's one of the reasons why I think at its peak it was being printed in something like 72 different syndicated newspaper groups around the world in 15 different languages. You'll see in here there's a collection of comics around the world. You'll see comics here from Mexico, Thailand, and Russia, and wherever. So it became huge, and for some reason the Australians really picked up on it. When I was growing up, in fact most kids growing up in Australia in the 50s and 60s would have come into contact with the Phantom in some way or another. He was ubiquitous, as they say. He was just everywhere. Newsagents, petrol stations, barbershops. You go and get your haircut. There was always a stack of comics to go through. Doctors' waiting rooms, amongst all. If the doctor had certificates up on the wall, it didn't matter if it's a fellow of this university or an associate of this college. What really mattered was that they had fans in amongst them and the home and garden. So it was just everywhere, and that just made it. It used to show bags. We remember Eastern show bags, I'm sure. But it was just so easy to get hold of the Phantom comic, and they were just so easy to read. So his popularity grew to the point where people who were Phantom fans read the Phantom almost exclusively. You'd have people that read comics, and you have people that read Phantom comics, and there's quite a clear division between the two. He's popular in other parts of the world. He's big in Scandinavia and South America and parts of Europe, but popular enough here that a lot of Phantom readers think that he is an Australian creation. Did you want a walk and talk as part of this?
I think we're saving that for the 14th.
Okay.
Thanks, Glenn.
Okay.
But
anyway,
I'm sure if you want to hang around and ask specific questions.
I'll walk and talk with anybody. And you'll see here, I've been collecting over the years original Phantom artwork. A lot of it's been used for some of those trading card series that was mentioned before. But one of the joys that I had when I had when I owned a comic shop that I owned was going to the San Diego convention once a year, which is the world's biggest comic convention. And I get to meet all of my childhood heroes, and as I got to know them, I was able to commission them to do some quite amazing pieces, and you'll see some of those here tonight. The other thing which has happened now that I'm part of publishing the comic, the free comic, is meeting fans from all over the place, from all walks of life, and there's conventions and there's dinners and there's charity auctions and all sorts of get-togethers where they all congregate, and it's quite an eye-opener. It doesn't matter what you do and who you are. If you're a fan of the Phantom, all of a sudden you're a lifelong friend. And this community has developed, and there's people like Wally Lewis, Bob Hawke, Max Walker, Jack Thompson, Jennifer Byrne. None of them here tonight. A lot of famous people are into the Phantom, and you'll meet at these functions. You'll meet doctors and lawyers and politicians and people from all sorts of walks of life, and it's a good community, and that's probably the thing that I'm getting the most enjoyment out of is meeting these different kinds of people and becoming friends with them. So hopefully some of that will rub off as you look around and have a look at some of this stuff. You may feel like part of the club too, but if there's anything that I'll be here for a little bit. If there's anything that you need to ask me about any of this in here, please just grab me and I'll maybe talk about it for hours.
Glenn, you might want to answer Nathan's question about the Red Phantom.
Oh, when newspapers first started printing their comics and supplements in colour, nobody knew what colour the Phantom was, so they just guessed. So Italy said, "Oh, he's got to be red." That's such an Italian colour or whatever. And he was red in Italy. In Scandinavia, he became blue. Originally, the Phantom wasn't purple. It was supposed to be grey, but the American printer made a mistake and put too much red and blue in there when they were trying to get that particular shade of grey that he became purple. And I never quite figured it out. He lives in the jungle and he's running around in a purple outfit.
Perfect camera.
Yeah, he hides in crayfines. Yes. And in New Zealand, I think he was brown. It's just, who knows? Is there any other questions you'd like to answer, perhaps? No?
What about the underpants that you told me about?
That's a superhero staple. I think. Look, I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to research it. But the superhero get-up, and considering the Phantom was the first, the outfit with the ribbed cuffs and the cowl was kind of reminiscent of the late 19th century, turn of the century circus strongman outfits they used to wear, top to toe. Probably their underwear, because people wore long underwear in those days. They used to wear these big leather belts, which I think stopped them from getting a hernia, and the underpants on the outside was all part of the get-up. But it really is just a way to check their laundry habits.
but you explained to me the other day about the Brazilian colours are different to... Yeah, all of that. And again, it gets back to the printer making guessing in the first place. Yeah, the Phantom is red in South America and red in Europe, but blue trunks in Europe and yellow trunks in South America. That's how you tell the difference. Yeah, they're all here. So look, thank you for the opportunity to display some of this stuff, and hope you will enjoy it.